Hello everyone, good morning or good evening to you, and welcome back to another season of the Organised Chaos League held by the Skidmark Sim Racing crew, and this will be season 5, a F4 fixed setup series. You join us here at round number 1. This is Canada, Montreal, and as we look at the calendar, this will be 10 rounds. After Canada, we will have a European stretch from round 2 to number 7. Austria, the UK, Germany, Belgium, Hungary, followed by Italy, with the USA and Brazil in the Americas back before a final trip over towards Europe in the Netherlands. The season mirrors the real-life Formula 1 calendar of 2025. So as we quickly come up to the final minutes of qualifying here, starting round number 1, we'll just see the list of entrants and team names for this season of the F4 League, while the drivers all finish their lap times in the background. So as the list goes away, qualifying is finished and the results are in. Eladio Flores and his teammate Michael Primo on the front row. Caddy-Wake Racing lead driver Tyler Satterfield with Zoltan Polik. Jay DeVries with Carter Williams. On the 4th row of the grid, you'll see Clayton Skapski and Jordan Pianazzola. Midway through the 5th row, you'll see Dylan Bass Bliss, Taylor Jacobs. Our Swedish represent Alexander Eck and Sam Westlake in P number 12. Kevin Garcia with Jeffrey Harris in the Plough and Beavers Racing F4 vehicle. Sam Vanderbloemen with Ben Walkington. Michael Lemberger and Jackson Price on P18. Glenn Wilson and Harlan Williams on the 10th row of the grid. Dylan Eucnus in P21. Austin Edwards was race control. That was the only way to get him in. Dane Perkins. Brantley Martin did not qualify, alongside Clyde Simmons not getting a lap in. So 50 minutes ahead of us. F4. This is season 5, Organised Chaos League. My eyes are to the lights, so are the drivers, and away we go for round number 1 here in Canada. Who will lead the way into turn number 1? That looks to be Eladio Flores. Bit of damage here into turn number 1. Not quite sure who that was, but I could see a bit of a front wing, a bit of the nose just flying through the air there. As we look on board Jordan Pianazzola on the Scuderia monoped at the moment, heading towards turn 3. So we head under the Tourism Montreal 4 here. Down the back straight, still sorting out positions. Taylor Jacobs on the outside of that yellow Yamaha F4. Oh, crash! No! Who was that? How did that one happen? No. Yellow flag. It will be slow down time. That is now a virtual safety car. So we'll just have a look at the replay of the start here on board Jeffrey Harris. What happens here into turn number 1 on board the 316, and he goes into the back of the other vehicle in front. That's a bit ironic with your halo saying don't forget to brake. So the 316 has some major damage, and as you can see, he spins around. That will not be any smiles on his face. What happened here on lap 1 halfway through? Dylan Bass Bliss. Oh, unfortunately, the 77 just could not get on the brakes and ease it in quite enough. Unfortunately, had to cut the corner, and with that went sky high into the number 5 of Dylan Bass Bliss. Unfortunately, an incident for them, and luckily for that carbon fiber vehicle of Taylor Jacobs, he made it through. So virtual safety car just about to finish. Eladio Flores is leading the way. We go back to the green flag. That was 10 minutes of virtual safety car there, so a lot of time lost for these drivers, who will come out on top in the end. We see the Ferrari livery go up the inside of the Cadillac, but the Cadillac holds on through turn number 1 and 2. A Ferrari drops back a couple of positions, trying to fight it. The 81 of Jacobs is through into turn 3 and 4. We watch the number 8 out of 4. Heading towards turn number 6. Oh, clip on the right rear. He's into the wall and he's lost his rear wing. Luckily, he's just sitting on the edge of the racing line. He reverses out of harm's way. Unfortunate for the number 8. So down the back straight, also the casino straight as it's referred to. We watch Taylor Jacobs and Carter Williams to the final chicane. We come through and we whack the curbs, and we just missed the wall of champions, but it's round number 1. You need to get settled in and figure out who's going to win this round, the next round, and become champion on top. So don't quite hit the wall of champions yet, but maybe if you do, it might just tell you you've won the season. And turn number 2, the car number 2 is in an incident with Carter Williams. He's lost his rear wing as well. Unlucky for them at turn number 1. Then we look at Kevin Garcia, and he's also having a bit of a crash here. At turn number 1, the Waffle Haas will sit in the middle of the circuit. Has he just suddenly stalled the vehicle? He gets it going and drives away. Luckily, there's no virtual safety car called here. So back to Carter Williams after the incident at turn number 1. His rear wing, and he's lost it again. Another incident here for the pink vehicle. He gets driven over by, that's not Sam Westlake. He was also partially involved, then gets away safely. Bit of sky high driving out here for the drivers, but they aren't quite showing the sky high limits. Jackson Price cuts over the corners at turn 8 and 9. Down the casino straight into the final corner. Polick on the inside for P2, and he spun it in front of Primo. Incident there. Pianazzola in 4th, goes from 4th to 2nd. These two still trying to sort out who should really be leading the way here. Incident between 2nd and 3rd on circuit. They're now down to 6th and 7th. Ben Walkington's made his way through up into the top 5 after the incident between our lone European Zoltan Polick and Michael Primo. Watching over the battle for 3rd place here. This is De Vries and Jacobs down Pont de la Concorde. Around the outside, the 81 into turn number 6. He comes across and he's hit De Vries into the wall. That'll surely be some steering damage or something along those lines for Jay De Vries there. Out of turn 9. Primo still trying to find his way back past Polick after the earlier incident. He's around the outside towards the hairpin. What's going to happen here? On the brakes, and we get Lance Strolled. What's happened here? I can see Primo's actually made his way around the outside of Polick. He's already got 3 tenths. On board, Alexander Eck down towards the final corner. No positions at change here for the battle of 4. Oh, Skapski, he loses it under braking, sitting in the middle of the circuit. gets it quickly moved out of the way. Into turn number 1, Perkins around the outside of Wilson. Around the outside is Jacobs, and he gets hit as he's coming out the pits. He holds on for the traffic to come past. Joins back on the roadway safely. On board the Plough and Beavers Racing, Jeffrey Harris. He's on the hunt after Kevin Garcia to get himself into the top 15 after the turn 1 incident. Under pressure down the back straight, under the bridge, and taken out in the braking zone. That was by Skapski. You can see Skapski's got the front end damage, which does show he was the man of action in that corner. Down the Casino straight into the final corner, and Primo really deep and late on the brakes. He hits De Vries, gives him a punt. Pollock is back in the battle. Skapski and Harris now down the front straight, just below 25 minutes to go now, halfway through the race. Primo deep on the inside. Little bit of contact again between these two gentlemen today. These two will be forming a bit of a rivalry going over the next 10 rounds. So we just had an incident here a second ago, but Alex Eck, he can make the move done nice and cleanly. He gets past Dane Perkins. You see on the left there, actually, Flores and Primo, they're both going in for a pit stop. Are they double stacking here? No, maybe not quite. Not. Seems to be a bit of space between them. You see Dane Perkins also going in for a pit stop. Come through turns 3 and 4 again. This is the battle for positions 2nd and 3rd. Tyler Satterfield looking for the inside in the Cadillac Racing. Position secured, but Jay De Vries wants to fight it back. He's in the slipstream again down the back straight. Remember, that wind is going to be giving you a bit of a push. Cleanly through turns 8 and 9. Satterfield already extending to half a second. Into the hairpin, and De Vries losing a bit more time, probably due to some damage. He might still be running. Perkins and Skapski very close on track. Skapski sorting it out around the outside. Down the back straight, both drivers getting the wind push. Who's going to get it into 8? That's Perkins. Skapski on the exit of 9. Back to the outside. Oh, Clayton, a little bit of side by side, a little bit of a rub and tug into the hairpin. Is Dane going to hold the inside line and keep it? He seems to not get the pull out of the corner, bogs down, gets into the draft. It seems like Clayton got that position relatively cleanly at the end, apart from the nudge early on, but Dane has got the run down the back straight over to the chicane as the camera cuts over to the racer leader. This is Flores. He's trying to hold off Pianisola here as he's chasing him down for the first win of the season. Helicam shows us the overboard of the 54. Continuing with the battle for 3rd, De Vries and Satterfield. De Vries has got it back. Satterfield in the slipstream. He's only about a second ahead of Primo behind. the final corner. You can see De Vries just missing the wall of champions, but Satterfield with the run. Is De Vries going to block it? No, Satterfield looks left into turn number 1. Deep on the brakes is De Vries. He holds it around the outside, back into turn number 2 on the inside, up the little hill towards turn 3. It looks to be his. He's clear ahead. Garcia losing it on the exit of turn 1. Nearly rejoining unsafely. De Vries, Satterfield, Primo's now here. Turns 8 and 9. Primo on the inside. Satterfield holds it around the outside. Don't want to lose too much to De Vries in front. Primo still looking for the inside line. He's going to go deep on the brakes. Not going to secure the position at the hairpin. Battle for third still going on. We go under the bridge. Primo whacks that curb on the inside. Not going to get the run down towards the hairpin. Three-way battle here. Let's be safe, and that's not safe. That's Satterfield into the wall. That's De Vries spun around, and that's Primo. Probably still going on, but probably with some damage, and probably a penalty looking his way. So we get back going again with those crashed cars, but Jay De Vries, look at him, he pulls over in the background. Satterfield into the pits after the incident. Locks up. You can see that car just tracking not quite how it should be. A little bit off to the right there. Base Bliss putting the pressure on Lemberger into turns 1 and 2. Law enforcement around the outside into P number 4. Into the last couple of seconds on the clock. This is the final lap. Into the final seconds here. Race time done. This is the closing stage. Walkington is behind Van der Bloemen. We go into the chicane. This is for the top 10 result. I see no flag waving. One more lap here remains. This is still for the edge of P10. This is for third. Lemberger, Base Bliss, 1 lap. This is the last half. We come through turns 9 up to the hairpin. 2 more chances for Lemberger. The checkered flag is out for Flores in front. He wins the race. He will take the round 1 victory here in Montreal of the F4 League. Jordan Pianatola comes across the line in P2 against the wall. Base Bliss and Lemberger, what's happening with them? So we look back over Dylan and Michael in the battle for third. Ignore the graphic on screen. Under the Dodge Bridge, Lemberger on the brakes early. Dylan's got the lapped car in front of him. He's not going to make an issue for him. Down to the line. third place will go to your Eastern American Dylan Base Bliss. Lemberger will come home in fourth place, just off the podium. Primo just in behind for B5. He could not quite get there at the end. Walkington and Bloman. No, whoa. Walkington, Van der Bloemen, they touch at the wall of champions. Who's getting it to the line? Is it the 17? Is it the 12? This is for P10. Photo finish. That'll be Sam Van der Bloemen. Skapski in 13th with Harris in 14th. Westlake rounds out your top 15. Dylan Eucnus, P20, he is our third and final joiner to the series of Skidmark Sim Racing. Eladio Flores comes out on top. Pianazzola, Base Bliss, Lemberger and Primo your top 5. Garcia and Satterfield, Eck, De Vries and Van der Bloemen your top 10. Primo will come home with the fastest lap of the race as well. That'll give you an extra point. Constructors Championship, Prima Donna Racing will be on top here. They get the first win of the season. Scuderia Monoped will be second. PWR team will be in third. Vice Motorsports and Claw Enforcement your top 5. Join us next week as we fly 6,500 kilometers, 4,000 miles across the planet to Europe. We will land in Austria, drive to the mountains of Spielberg and race at the Red Bull Ring. Oh shit, I'm still recording, sorry. Anyways, thanks, bye.